So, welcome all the eminent panelists. But one thing I am finding, chairs are little vacant. So, the promise not fulfilled. But anyways, whosoever our colleagues are there and friends are there, either from the industry or from our Mizoram, different departments. So I think it should again be a very motivating kind of thing for you and a good learning experience. So a very interesting panel discussion we are going in for, that is building India's digital infrastructure, the backbone of a tech-forward economy. So I think no better topic than this one to go ahead for, like we're talking about building India's digital infrastructure, and that too sitting at very cornered place of the country. What a beautiful thing to do, sitting out in Mizoram and discuss with all the luminaries and experts of the subject. So we'll be talking a lot of things and trying to engage all of you in this. So to start with, I will start with Gopinath sir. It's a very interesting thing, and I want to know a little bit about Assam. Like now you are leading this mission in Assam, being our senior contemporary there. So please tell us that in the era of expanding digital infrastructure, how the state is addressing the unique challenges in this infrastructure era. And also I want alongside if you can share a few initiatives that have significantly improved digital access and services in Assam's remote areas. Because this will ideally help me also to implement similar things in our Mizoram, which is a dire need of the hour. As you must have heard in the inaugural from our Chief Secretary sir, CM sir, and we all are on the same page regarding these challenging issues. So over to you sir.
Thank you Amit. Thanks for having me here. We went last week, and last week we were discussing about the ramifications of AI and the ethical issue. And we heard a lot about AI too in the earlier session.
Yes, in your Guwahati sir.
Yeah. So here, I mean, the topic has shifted now. We're looking at the digital infrastructure. But this is one area where the true expert is probably sitting somewhere here. We heard him from the officer from Airtel. Yeah. He spoke so authoritatively on the kind of work that Airtel has done across India. So if you look at it, the states largely depend upon the telecom providers, because most of the internet flows through the mobile devices that people carry in their hand. Yes. So when we speak about making sure that internet and the broadband is available to the last person, most of the time we are looking at him accessing it through some kind of a mobile device, isn't it? So we depend a lot upon our telecom service providers to be able to make sure that everybody has access to broadband connection. So what does the government do? Now, if you look at it, you spoke about the unique challenges of Assam. And sometimes, when I look at Assam, and we were discussing earlier, once the whole of this region was Assam, one by one, different parts of it became less Assam and became Mizoram or Manipur, new states formed. To that extent, the unique challenges of Assam are less than of the other NER states. Because Assam still has lots of plains, we have not as many hill portion as the rest of NERs. So the geographical challenges of the northeastern region is whole of NER, which is having this impact. Assam feels it to a slightly lower extent. Of course, the flooding and the impact of the floods on the optical fiber being cut or washed away, that continues. So it is the challenge that we face is the challenge of whole of NER. And as I was speaking earlier, bulk of the work is done by the telecom providers. So how do we make sure that they reach the last village, the isolated villages that we have? Because we spoke earlier also about the issue of the digital divide. Here we were speaking only in terms of those who have access to a digital connection and those who are not connected digitally. And with Assam and the rest of northeastern region, having those pockets on those villages where we don't have the critical mass of citizens living there, for the telecom service provider to be interested in automatically going and putting up a tower there. We see that doesn't happen there. So and we heard Airtel speak that even they could do with some kind of a viability gap funding. He spoke that VGF would be a good idea for NER. Yes. So that's the situation we are in now. Geographically, it's a very challenging part. Government of India is very keen that the whole of NER should develop, and they are willing to put in a lot of resources in this part. Yet we still have a large number of villages that are still not covered under the 4G saturation, which is attempted by Government of India. So what is driving the connection in this part of our states? We know that primarily is the USOF or the DBN funding, which is leading to a lot of optical fiber being laid. Going forward, is the optical fiber which is going to carry most of the data, because the consumption will become so high that demand that is going to be placed can be met only by the optical fibers. Of course, the last mile will still remain some tower that has to be there. So how do we ensure that the optical fiber reaches to the maximum possible area? So USOF and the DBN has a particular funding model. So what can the government do here? Now, as all governments do, we have the periodic meeting. I'm sure you also must be having those quarterly state broadband committee meetings. In Assam, what we also did is we have very active DOT and BSNL. The DOT DDG is very proactive here. So at the district level also, try to make those district level telecom, those committees in place, so that all the ROW permissions that are being sought, we clear them at the fastest. So because laying those optical fibers and making sure that all those areas of the state are connected, that's the most important part. So we have this DBN funded thing, which is trying to make the telecom service reach the remotest of the village. ROW will come into play. The ROW routes have been notified. All of us, I mean, Assam, we have made our portal compliant with the latest guideline that is available there. But even that is not enough. So we can make that faster. That's one point we can do. We can have district level committees in place which support, and any roadblock, any telecom provider faces a problem, we can clear that one. But even then, how do we reach the last village?
Correct.
So I can have those meetings in place. So that is not going to help, because what the telecom provider is going to say is that, because I think they get a fixed amount of fund from USO on that.
Yes.
They say, not possible. They will try to see, can I get exempted from it? Can I instead put it in some other village? So this is where I was thinking when I thought deeper about it, and I was thinking of whole of NER. We need a different solution altogether. I think the NER states need to somehow pitch in together. And as you know, there is a high-level task force. There's a for digital connection also, for infrastructure is there, for the Northeast Economic Corridor is there. This is where I think the NER states need to sit together and say, and tell Government of India that even your USO funding model is not going to help, because certain sites in our area is going to be so inaccessible that even with the fixed capex, our telecom guys are not going to reach them. When they reach there also, there may not be power supply.
Yes.
The cost of providing power, the subsidy quantity is fixed. I have tried to argue even with our Assam PDCL that why don't you extend the amount, take one hit for the part of the government,
Yes.
and make that power connection available. Because if you have a mobile tower, it needs to get power. There needs to be two sources of power. Electricity does not reach here. So NER is going to have this challenge that even with DBN funding, we are not going to see the last place being connected. So the NER common solution, and this was after discussion with people who are experts. I'm not an expert here. The experts said that we should probably look at a common telecom, almost like a regional common telecom network kind of a thing. There are many countries which will think that all of this digital infrastructure should be treated like a common infrastructure.
Correct.
Just as there are natural monopolies of sorts, that if an electric wire is being laid, why should everybody lay an electric wire? Electric wire becomes a utility service and you pay for consuming that. So in NER, if you're really going to have competition and you don't want duplication of effort in putting this thing, and since all of India people would be competing, at least the whole of northeastern region could have been made as a zone where the telecom providers necessarily have to cooperate. And there could have been a regional common telecom network of sorts, wherein all of the optical fiber cable, all of the infrastructure is perforce shared by all of them. So that, if we do that, that's one part of it. Second, this differential cost that exists, that even the funding amount you're giving is not enough, the USO funding is not enough for the remote area, let that gap be funded separately by Government of India as a funded thing, only for the NER. So NER mandate a regional common telecom network kind of an authority which says every telecom line, every fiber optic cable across the whole of northeastern region is a shared resource, and this will be managed. You may compete in Delhi, not share your fiber, but in the northeastern region, in the interest of the nation, that NER is geographically challenging, make that a common one. Many countries have that. When you do that, there's no duplication, you do it only once. That was one suggestion. And the lastly, before we hear others speak, the last one was this common duct as a policy. We hear that a lot. While we are hearing a lot about CBUD, call before you dig. I'm saying, why do we not obviate it and dig actually only once? There is a cost to it. Because if you make a common duct kind of a policy, there is a cost. I think I was reading, rather, my good friend O3 or was it 40 told me that the cost can jump up by about 20-25% if you lay a road with a common duct.
Yes.
Let that cost also be borne by Government of India for the NER region alone. So this common duct, which is a desirable thing, should be made mandatory for the northeastern region. So this way our challenges can be met. We need funding because from our own pocket, even APDCL, my power distribution company, will not put another 2 lakh rupees to put that electrical connection to that mobile tower because it says, mere jeb mein, I don't have the funding for that. But if we have a standard funding model, so this telecom services, we put the tower in place, we do that, and this common duct funding, that will be a decent amount, but we do that anytime we lay the road going forward, there will be an optical fiber cable with sufficient capacity, which can take care of the bandwidth zoom that's going to happen in the coming years, because data will be consumed like crazy in the days to come.
Definitely.
We need to have these fiber networks in place. So that's all I wanted to say. It took enough time.
No.
But
Thank you.
my
Thank you.
expertise. But
It is wonderful, sir. Wonderful. First of all, I'm really happy that you all are coming and talking something very interesting about NER. Just to share, to carry it forward, yesterday only I took a meeting of P&D secretaries and those people from the chief engineer power department. Same issues, same things. We all are in the sailing in the same boat about the first issue you just talked about. So it is tough. So it's a fantastic idea if we can take it forward with the help of the Doniya ministry. Yeah. And I think luckily the minister is very receptive and honorable union minister. So Jyotirajya sir is there. So we can take up this idea and Government of India has enough of the corpus to share this because strategically also. And let me share, sir, because this is my third consecutive state as ICT secretary. And same issues I am seeing right from Jammu Kashmir to Ladakh to this place, and coincidentally, strategic border sharing states, all three. So same issues, same kind of solutions, but this is a very fantastic idea for NER. A separate regional TRI can be there or something can be there. And same is for CBUD also, a one common duct, big duct. I fully endorse what you have said, and this can be a game changer in all our NER, especially starting with Assam and ending up maybe my last Siaha district in Mizoram or maybe Manipur last district and similarly Nagaland or Arunachal. So I think we will carry it forward. I think we should jointly work. We have a group already. So good to have and discuss in the panel in which you are there. So let me switch over because others will say it is totally NER session going on. So let me now completely switch the gears and before moving further one by one down south states and otherwise coming to the central bodies. Now ma'am is in a different role. She was moderating earlier, now she has to answer. So, but I know it's all versatile personalities have all kinds of roles to play and a perfect role for her. So ma'am, I know Telangana is in very advanced stage of, doing things because right from Jayesh sir and all, you have that, we were just discussing before coming here that this idea is now percolated, center of excellence kind of thing, and you people have been doing fantastic work, and especially you have been a cheerleader in your own way doing things. So ma'am, just let me know the key initiatives that Telangana has taken up to harness the power of data, because you are in an advanced stage, not nascent stage like Mizoram. I admit it. So you need to share it. And my lot of Mizo friends, brothers, sisters, go to your Hyderabad for many activities. So Hyderabad is our favorite destination. So we would like you to throw more light and get inspired and get trained also from Hyderabad in times to come, so far as implementing, digital transformation activities are concerned. So, and also, I'm such a, what is the biggest thing in Telangana, which is planning to take AI to the level next? Because these are the two critical questions. I thought you can let us know and you can address them, but very quickly because you already were moderator. So
It's working. Okay. Hello. Yeah. As you rightly said, we are in an advanced stage in the sense we have been working in AI for almost 4 years. So we started with a framework, policy framework. Then we dabbled with pilot projects, more than 20 plus pilot projects in different departments ranging from agriculture, health, transportation, forest department, and so on. And it evolved over a period of time. So we work with more than 30 plus startups in different areas. So when we started working with them, one important thing that emerged was, data. Like startups used to come to us when they're developing the solution, they said, okay, we need this data. For example, agriculture, they need crop data, farmers data, and so on. We used to give it to them. They used to come back to us and say, no, no, this is not the data, we need more granular. So it was like going back and forth, and it used to take about, 3 months time to give the, share the right data. So it actually escalated the development time and costs. So we thought this is not the way, if you want to really leverage AI, and as you all know, data is the core to AI models, right? So we built a data exchange platform for agriculture initially because for about 2 years, we worked on many agriculture solutions to increase with many partners also, advisories, quality assaying, you name it. Every solution has been tried out in agriculture. So now we have a functioning agriculture data exchange platform where all the government data is made available on the platform. And today, while there are several use cases, that are running on top of it, like one example I'll share you is the largest private sector bank, HDFC Bank, is on board edX platform, and they're using this data to offer loans to farmers, which would have taken them, 30 days to sanction a loan. But with this data, just through API access, they're actually giving it in, 2 days time. That's the biggest, service that we're offering to farmers. Buoyed by this success now, we are building the Telangana Data Exchange platform. That was only for agriculture. But now what we are doing is, for all the sectors, healthcare, education, you name it, top 10 departments, data will be made available. And the genesis for this is last year we organized the Global AI Summit, and we launched the AI implementation roadmap. Chief Minister has launched this. One of the components is the state would actually launch this data exchange platform. So we are working on that, and just not data, we realize everything, it's based out of our learnings. So we are also now making available compute on this platform. So it is evolving into a comprehensive platform, data, compute, because that is again a big, entry barrier for startups. Even Government of India is offering GPUs for startups. That is the second one. Third, an integrated development environment. So it's a comprehensive platform, a sandbox, essentially for startups to validate their solution. So that is my answer for the first question. Second, I'll quickly wrap it up. The biggest thing that, after the success of all this.
Please, sound.
Hello.
You can take it, ma'am.
Yeah. Hello. So the other one biggest, very ambitious project that the state is actually working on is to set up an AI city. It's about 200 plus acres of land, wherein the entire ecosystem, now we have a good AI ecosystem, but it's spread in parts across the state of, city of Hyderabad, I would say. So all that will be actually, brought together at a single location, and compute, infrastructure, and we are planning to set up 10 COEs, Center of Excellences. Again, already 3 are finalized, healthcare, gaming and animation. So we are inviting more companies to set up their COEs there. We actually entered into partnership with Toyota to set up a compute center there with 10,000 GPUs. So everything that is associated with AI will be made available at the AI city. So that is the biggest thing that the government is planning.
Wonderful, ma'am, wonderful. So I personally believe that they are the inspiring states. When we all started our IT journey, either Hyderabad or Bangalore. So next obviously is going to be Bangalore to answer it. So my colleague from Bangalore has come all the way to guide us, to enlighten us, to educate us how Bangalore is moving. So the youngsters are moving very fast. And the beauty, I would say, about these two states, it's a learning for us, even in Mizoram, Assam, all the states, irrespective of the change in command center, the governments, the reforms are irrevocable, irreversible. This is a message for all of us, like we are just ushering ourselves into a new era of IT and IT expertise. So like, for example, very small things like e-office initiative, implementation of AI tools and those things, whatever little bit of efforts we are making in our beautiful state of Mizoram will have ramifying effects in time to come. And I can assure all of you that these reforms are irreversible, irrevocable, irrespective of whosoever is in power or not in power. So this is the beauty I am seeing. Whosoever, there's a change of power recently, your side, their side, but reforms carry on. That's the beauty. So my friend, you can actually throw a little bit of more light that what reforms currently are going on, how you are going ahead with the activities which are happening. Just pass on one mic. Huh? So I would like to know from Dileesh, like Karnataka integrated digital platform across departments to streamline service delivery is there. So how has this platform come into shape and picture? Because this may be our future. That integrated digital platform is required, I believe, today for service delivery. We were talking actually, if you just see the other side of things, some states in public service delivery have done fantastically well. And I can proudly say one of the states in which I was IT secretary in the past. Jammu Kashmir is number 2, earlier it was number 1 in terms of service delivery. We have around 1100 services online. Puneet sir was telling in the morning. So I was part of that mission. And we took it to the level. And I think your Karnataka is number 1, I know now, you can say proudly. But a good competition, a state like J&K with a lot of issues, you know, the recent geopolitical thing. So that's the way to actually lead, and irreversible, irrevocable thing comes here also. So please tell us, Dr. Dileesh, this is one part. And second, again, AI, because advanced state. So what role does AI and data analytics play in enhancing decision making within Karnataka's digital governance framework? So these two questions, please, quickly.
Thank you, sir, for giving this wonderful opportunity and to visit the pristine state of Mizoram and the beautiful city of Aizawl. The air is much purer, water is much better compared to Bangalore. The traffic is also much, much better than Bangalore, like Madam said.
And discipline. Yeah, we all must realize just a beautiful thing. Lot of takeaways for everybody apart from beautiful scenic beauty and other things. The traffic sense, the public no honk city, India's first no honk city. We should take this. This is a takeaway for the metro people at least who are staying in metros. Even Guwahati can take it. Any are first state to do it. People are very disciplined. They are very focused. They believe in maintaining these things. And I'm sure while implementing ICT, this is a perfect platform, and the value systems we already have been having. Please carry on.
And sir, adding to that discipline, after we started the session, almost 30-40 people came back to the session. So that's again wonderful to see for them to come back to the session again.
This is the beauty. The hall is full again, almost full again. So this is the spirit exhibited by them, which we don't see in Bangalore. See, last, I was also in Bangalore. I was with Priyank sir, and your team was there. I think the function was held in that, I don't know, the properties there, the beautiful setup. That was there some 4-5 months back.
Yes.
Or maybe. So they keep on happening. Your cities keep buzzing with these kind of things. But I would say that the way I find your presence and everybody's presence here will definitely make a difference in the way we people are going for public service delivery and implementing AI. So please carry on with what you have to say. Thank you.
Sir, I'll quickly jump into my topic. We were saying that how the integrated platforms can help in streamlining the service delivery. So it's always about, conventionally, when we shifted to the e-governance parlance, we shifted the physical things just to the digitized format. So the same thing was happening. The citizen has to come and apply, then he has to key in all the details, then he has to upload certain documents. So most of the systems are still running in that phase. So we go back in that same line, why they need to upload all the documents when we can get the documents from the available databases? Why he need to or she need to key in all the details when we can auto-fetch most of the details from available databases? And at the last stage, if we are able to identify the beneficiaries based upon their credentials, suo motu, why they need to apply at all? So the government can identify the beneficiaries with available databases. We can get them eligible, suo motu, without asking anything from them, and we can transfer the benefit directly to their bank account. So this was a thought process we were having, and we were fortunate to have the support from the IT sector in Bangalore and other luminaries. We were able to have the foreign advantage. So we have some beautiful systems where the data sets were available. So one thing, most of the time when we are thinking about the data sets and other things, we used to miss that is the business process re-engineering. So you have to completely re-engineer the existing system to see what all the data sets are with you, how they can be connected, and that can be utilized for availing the service to the citizen in the most streamlined and effortless way. And at the same time, it's helping the officials also. Otherwise, you have to go through the documents, see them, verify them, approve them. It takes a lot of time and it's a responsibility upon your shoulder. Now the system itself is saying that this person is eligible, his documents are verified, there is no headache for you. In minutes or seconds, the application is approved. We had done the Grahalakshmi system where 2,000 rupees were given to the female household, head of the female head of the household. Before starting the program itself, we were sure that 1.5 crore ladies in the Karnataka will be eligible with their name, ration card number, address, and phone number. So it was only a mere process to complete it for the citizens to just show their interest that I'm ready to take this program. And we were able to complete the entire enrollment for 1.25 crore ladies in less than 10 days. So this is the beauty of integrated system. So with available databases, the existing states can also take up, sir. Actually, your state has the advantage that it's easy for you to adapt to the newest technologies and shift immediately. Yes. For us, the legacy systems are there. It's finding us difficult to mend the existing system and to adapt the new changes. With this one, we are having other databases also. Kudumba is one of the databases. We have around 6 crore family data, individuals data is there in that database. We have all the available database linked to that. It can be the pension, it can be the other welfare scheme, it can be the Narega scheme, it can be the IT department data, it's the GST department data, student scholarship data. So all these things are linked to a single database, and we know in each family, in 95% of the family, how many individuals are there, which all the benefits they are getting, their credentials, their details. And now we are linking it with various survey programs also. For surveys also, we are using the digitized app. So we are getting digitized data and we are linking it with the families. So we have a very solid database about each and every family, which is helping us to do the business process re-engineering and to redefine the services. Sir, I would like to touch upon the second question also regarding artificial intelligence and decision support system. Most of the times we can't blame the officials for delaying the request and other things because they're saying that it's impossible for us to verify all the credentials going to the field and most of the time, and they're not having enough materials to have a decision. So ideally, we were thinking about creating a decision support system based upon GIS data and other available data. And it is helping us to plan, allocate funds, and to follow up the process also. Likewise, for example, I can say that I can identify based upon my health and nutrition survey data where the malnutrition is prominent, and I can tell that in this particular region, iron deficiency is more, so you can send more fund in that particular project to this particular region. In that way, we are helping departments to come up with the decision support. And another project, we are taking up the decision support system for income certificates. We'll show the Patwari regarding the details of the family, what is the income, what are the sources of income, how much land they are having, how much other sources of income they are having, how many employees are there. Based upon that, they can take a clear income certificate can be given. These are the two examples suddenly came to my mind. We are working on some other projects also. Like Madam said, we have identified more than 15 case studies to work upon artificial intelligence. So with the paucity of time, I'll stop it here, sir. But we'll be happy to share it on a later moment. Thank you.
Thank you. It was very enlightening and as expected, next level of how things are going, be it Telangana or Karnataka, you all are doing a fantastic work. So I believe this Center for E-Governance in Bangalore, that is in Karnataka, should be doing wonders in times to come, Dr. Dileesh, and our best wishes are with you. But I only wish that our IT or ITE&C can give some solution of quick travel from Bangalore airport to the city. That is a pain area which will keep continuing, or it comes up with a solution which Hyderabad is offering, a big flyover. So because personally, whenever we travel, that is the only thing which is a challenge. So I know on a lighter vein, it is tough that way. So let's switch over to the intellectual part of the things now. So, Sanjeev sir is there, Sanjeev Banzal ji, Director General ERNET. He is from MeitY. This is Educational and Research Network, a very, very critical thing in taking India to level next. Whatever we do today, nothing can be done without the onset of technology, and not a better platform than ERNET. Like we know all the top institutions. I graduated from IIM. Everywhere the mail domain ends with ernet.in. So I know the importance of this, but kindly throw some light. What role does ERNET play in connecting India's academic and research institutions to the national digital grade. And secondly, just add one thing, that how ERNET is contributing to the creation of high-speed, secure digital infrastructure for research and innovation, which gives a niche to country. Yeah, please.
Thank you very much. Uh, and thanks to all your hospitality and all the organizers in this beautiful city of Mizoram, which is my first visit to this city and this state particularly.
Kindly give something before going. Mizoram University should be taken to level next.
Thank you. Actually, we have connected NEHU, that Northeastern Hill University, on that. Coming to this main topic about ERNET India. ERNET India is a scientific society under Ministry of Electronics and IT with Government of India. And we are not for profit organization. And we do all the kind of digital infrastructure and connectivity portion of for the education and research institutions in the country. You may be remembering that on the 1st July 2015, the Honorable Prime Minister came out with the Digital India Vision, wherein he had given three main things. One is to develop digital infrastructure and connectivity across the length and breadth of the country. Second, he said that we should have a governance and services on demand. And third, he said we should have a digital economy and our knowledge economy and digitally empowered society. You see from that journey which we started almost 10 years now, and which has brought so much fruit across the length and breadth of the country. We are all digitally empowered society. We all understand IT-enabled services, etc. And lot of catalyst work was done during the COVID time when we had experienced the benefit of these services. So we are particularly, ERNET India is the digital infrastructure and connectivity mainly, it is there. So if we think from the school or college point of view, we have got close to 15 lakh education institute in the country. Out of that, only about one-third, almost close to 35% are actually on digital infrastructure and digital connectivity. So the pie for work is very, very high, very large. And in the National Education Policy of 2020, it was emphasized that we should have a hybrid mode of education. Whenever there is any kind of disruption, maybe because of natural calamity or man-made things, or due to any blockage, etc., the education should not suffer. So it is very important that we should have the digital infrastructure in each and every classroom of the country, and each and every school should be connected. So from the education point of view, what is the requirement for digital infrastructure from the education institute point of view? One is to have the interactive board and PC, etc. inside the classroom. Then it should have the digital connectivity from any media, whether it is optical fiber, it is copper cable, or it is microwave, or through satellite, or through free space optical communication, etc. Any mode it should be connected. Third thing is about the campus, which should be the Wi-Fi enabled campus. It should have the roaming across the education institute, so that one person who is going with the user name or password from one institution should be able to utilize the same user ID password in the all other institute in the country and abroad together. And then we should have the email services which are safe and secure. So ERNET India is practically in all the domain. We are providing thousands of schools with the digital infrastructure, and the results have been superb, I tell you, because I have met students from when they were not having digital infrastructure and when they were having digital infrastructure. It actually creates a lot of changes, innovation, curiosity among the students, and particularly it is more prominent in the very down villages and block level things. They are much more curious and much more they are able to utilize the technology and different various applications which sometimes we also cannot think while sitting there in the cities. So we are doing that one, and particularly the northeastern region, if we talk about that, like we are providing digital infrastructure and connectivity to 𝐃𝐢𝐠𝐢𝐭𝐚𝐥 model residential schools. So almost like 27 places we are covering in northeast. Out of that, 6 are in the Mizoram state. And 3 we have completed. 3 are infrastructure we have provided, connectivity we are providing. We are taking from other telecom service providers. We have provided one free space optical communication to Nagaland, state of Nagaland, connecting the college with the NKN network. Then we have got our own satellite station also, which is, its hub is at Bangalore, and its remote sites are in the remote areas, particularly all the Lakshadweep group of islands, they are all connected with us on satellite. Then Andaman Nicobar, then some portion of the Arunachal Pradesh. And we have done lot many campuses also, Wi-Fi enabled campuses, including Northeastern Hill University situated at Shillong.
Yeah.
And we are also the sole domain registrar for all the domain, wherein any website, if you see like IIT Kanpur, IITK.AC.in, so AC.in or edu.in, we are the sole domain registrar for all the education.
That's what I said. Even I was using an ERNET
Yes.
mail during my IIM days.
Yes.
So this is the beauty.
Yes, so we are into all the domain areas, but our focus area is particularly to the education research thing, and which I find that it is bringing a lot of changes, and lot more changes are required to be done. I have taken some data, like we have got close to 2,500 odd schools in Mizoram.
Great.
Out of that, around 12% are only having both the things, digital infrastructure and connectivity. So lot of things can be done, and we are for Northeast, I can promise, because way back 2014-15, we had done the telecom, when I was in my earlier avatar in the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India as head of Mobile Network Division, we had done the complete plan of Northeast, all 8 states
Great.
for the telecom connectivity, and lot much change has come from that time. That time more than 50% of villages were not having any connectivity. Now, at least that number has reduced to 20%, morning Chief Minister Sir has said. But still, I mean, it's a long way to go, but we are working, and whatever help we can extend as an organization, it will be my personal commitment to Mizoram and the entire Northeast things.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for such a wonderful assurance. And I believe all the people sitting here will get benefited. And directly or indirectly, believe me, we all are connected with ERNET. One way or the other. If you just see what was just mentioned by DG Saab. So there have been so many things which are happening, but we don't know the backgrounders. And at least after moving out of today's conference in the evening, if nothing else, we'll be the wiser people. That's why I say you will be the real agents, not the AI, but the real intelligence agents of Mizoram, to spread across the world that which people were here who are leading, and they have promised us, assured us to, and they owe to us now after coming here today. We will bind them for our Mizoram. So thank you, sir, for enlightening us on such wonderful things. And last but not least, our friend Debabrata ji, he is doing a silent work, but a very, very important task as CTO, DigiLocker, UMANG, Cowin, Poshan tracker, and whatnot. Maybe some things are missing here. So NEGD is doing a fantastic work. MeitY is our role model. They have been inspiring us, and you are leading the pack. And my friends have already been instrumental. My team who is sitting here has already been instrumental in organizing a very successful DigiLocker workshop recently here in Secretariat. As you know, I got it done. And similarly, we have very old connect since Jammu and Kashmir days. So we were just recalling that yesterday evening. So that's what it is. So I am sure since those days of J&K until date, it has gone and grown by leaps and bounds. So please throw some light that how are the platforms like DigiLocker and UMANG, very interesting for us to understand, have been enhanced to serve as foundational blocks for India's digital infrastructure, and to add to it, what strategies are being adopted to ensure data privacy, because everybody is interested, like my license is there, my passport is there, and whatnot. Like it's a psychological thing. Everybody wants safety, security. So please tell us across all these platforms like Cowin and Poshan tracker and all the traditional like DigiLocker and all. So kindly let's try to understand things in a quick manner. Thank you.
Thank you, Amit ji. I think it's my second conference with you. I think to question to the audience first, because from the morning they have been sitting as a part. How many of you have a DigiLocker account?
Fantastic. This is Mizoram, 100% literate state. And let me announce from the podium one very good news for all of you. I was talking at lunchtime. First fully literate UT in country was Ladakh, from where I have come. And we are going to now declare first fully literate state, that is Mizoram, very soon. So let's, very soon.
It's amazing.
100%
It's amazing to see. Most of, I think 80% having the raise their hands for DigiLocker account.
Yes, 90%.
Okay, so just see that it is amazing to me also. So the DigiLocker crossed 50 crores accounts. 50 crores accounts silently without knowing anything, no advertisement, nothing is happening from the DigiLocker point of view. But DigiLocker is growing leaps and bounds, and 52 crores right now. 2,000 issuers and 2,000 requesters. The 4,000 partners are with us. So DigiLocker is doing an amazing thing. Frankly speaking, it's an amazing thing we are doing. What we did, frankly speaking, we create an ecosystem behind everybody. We create your bank account. That bank accounts, we create a wallet for you. Every 50 crores users, we create a wallet for you, right? What is the change we looked at in the next generation? It is definitely that the way UPI works for you, money is transferred from one bank to another or one service provider to another with your consent. We are doing the same thing, nothing changed. Your document with your consent will go to a service provider so that the service can be rendered within some minutes. This is what we are trying to do in the behind. Yes, we are talking about privacy, we are talking about consent. That is the first important aspect of the whole things we are building around you. Your document is safe, your document is coming from the issuer, you are holding a wallet, you are giving a consent, and your document is exchanged to a bank, NBFC. Behind us, lots of NBFCs, Zerodha, Bajaj Finance, then ICICI Direct, lots of things are happening behind you as a part taking your documents with your consent, opening a bank account, opening a demand account, and most of the government service providers right now, the recruitment agencies, now they are availing your services for the recruitment also. Day before yesterday, that is the CBSE result happened, right? Around 10 lakh concurrency on the platform at a single time, more than 10 lakh concurrency. We handled it, we give them the results and push their results to the locker accounts. The next part of what we are trying to do, so protecting your privacy, we are generating something called going towards verified credential, means your document is with you and you will share somebody I will not know. It is your privacy will be protected. You go anywhere across the country, across the world, that can be verified because the document is issued by your Mizoram board or Aadhaar or driving license or passport authority. You own that and you will show to anybody like UPI. That is the same way you are to give your document to the service provider without needing the central partner. DigiLocker will not know where you are giving the documents. It is up to you and you. So you can see the data verified credential inside a DigiLocker. That is the release already there. So only part is we are creating the ecosystem. Who will read, how to read, and how that they can take that data and give you a service. So that is the two things I cover up as a part. Then protecting the privacy of the other things what we are doing right now. One is the tech part. Tech part is very easy to build, zero trust of architecture, security aspect, everything is as a part we are building. But end of the day, I see as a part of the security of the privacy, it's up to you. You should be knowledge enough how to protect your privacy. If you are open up your OTP, your document will be gone. Because the two-factor authentication will be there as a part, so we are not giving the documents. You will always share your documents. Yes, as a part of encryption, your wallet is encrypted, everything you are encrypted, your document is going to your wallets as a part of another offline. Even if you lost your mobile, then you do the same authentication and other things, and you will get back your documents. So all the aspects you are covering up, yes, but behind it, we create an API architecture. We create an authentication architecture. We create a data exchange architecture. So anybody in the Mizoram, if Mizoram wants to build their own wallets, they can take the API, they can build the top of the systems, they can create their own wallets inside their own applications. We open up that also, right? So DigiLocker has 4 components. One is the wallets, that is where you get your mobile. That is the authentication mechanism, that is why we build a national single sign-up platform on top of DigiLocker. Then an API exchange gateway, then the 4th part is nobody knows about it. We create a repository as a part of the things. We opened up the education department the first time. Then also, if somebody have only an Excel sheet, they can create a document, they can sign it, and they can issue to the DigiLocker. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Wonderful. I think we have got very good perspectives from all the keynote speakers about how to go and how to understand. I think the last part was very, very interesting, and I think it is used in everyday affairs by all of us. So, with some permission from the organizers, if they allow, just 30 seconds last to listen from. Thank you, thank you. So I would like that very shortly, what message you have to give, all of you in the same serial, like just 30 seconds message in today's Mizoram's conference. What are the takeaways for you, and what is your message for Mizoram? Quickly, please.
For me, the citizen services is the thing that I really get that message. Matter of fact, madam, the way you presented, that why are we forced to give information which is redundant? Let's take that to our heart. Make the citizen services extremely easy. No duplication. Let's do that with the help of AI.
Thank you. I think if we see the growth rate of our country, which is state to state, it is 7 to 8% on GDP point of view. But you see the northeastern state, it is 12 to 13%. So practically it is the engine of the growth for the entire country. And I feel that if we adopt a digital way of life in a big way, that the speed of this growth engine will be very fast. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think I may say that one thing we did, that knowledge I want to pass to Amit ji. One is the cloud. 5 years, 10 years, we don't have a cloud. We have the AI, right? And what you want to do? That is the low-code, no-code platforms. That is the Copilot is available to develop something within the, like write a API, you can do in the 30 minutes, right? So another part of what we did as a part of grow in the DIC is, we never build a capex on us. Means we took cloud in the operational way, like electricity bill. We also Uberization of the developers. We hire a developer any other part of the, most of the good developers in the northeast part. So they remotely join with us from 9 o'clock in the night. They do the development work from here, right? They commit their codes into the platforms, right? Then also we ask them, okay, you take our money, you buy your own laptop from the Amazon or anywhere, and it is your laptop. So all the things we build our operation, it is possible in the quickest time right now.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So now the most advanced part of the country. Please, quickly.
Actually, my dream is to see India leading in the AI race, and good to see that so many organizations in India working in some form or the other. That's really something that I'm taking away from today's discussions. And the second message is with respect to AI. Again, I'm a great proponent of AI. So this is to the Mizors, you call it, right?
Yes.
So different departments, please try to try out at least one project, one small, whatever use case that you choose. It may fail, that's okay. But just try it out, AI initiative in every department. Just make it a, mandatory kind of thing. And out of 10, okay, it's only 2 or 3 succeed, but that's good enough for us to go ahead. So
Wonderful. Thank you, ma'am. And lastly, from you.
Sir, one thing I would like to copy that even though the state is developed, we have certain Ghat section in our place also, the Western Ghat. There also we are facing connectivity issues. So what model you are implementing here, I would be like to follow the same model there also. And some of the presentations from the private sector also regarding the state data, the data center and the AI module. So we would like to engage with them further for understanding that. And adding to what Madam said, what all things you can do, that will be of great achievement, because we don't need so much infrastructure for doing such kind of things. So you can do that. And sir, you have a kind of highly educated youth here. So we will be planning something to engage them in our project also, if they are willing to work and other things, because most of them are highly educated. So we can provide an opportunity. We'll think about that also, sir.
Oh, really, thank you for your kind words, and I hope it gets fruitified into some actions also. We will wait for your offers from from Telangana and Karnataka particularly, or even Assam, if they can offer us something. Yeah, our youth are very talented. They only require an ignition, and I can assure you that ignition will take us to level next, and you will see yourself the level of potential we all have. So thank you one and all for being so wonderful listeners, discussion. I would have loved to have some Q&A, but for the shortage of time, maybe once we move out, every speaker is available in front of you. You can have an individual query addressal from them. But thanks once again, because post-lunch, keeping them awake is my duty. But being awake yourself was your duty, which you did to the perfection. Thank you, one and all, and thanks for being in this discussion. Thank you.